better now.
Yeah, never a doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach, what I think impressed me the most is in the second half there were, again, so many different guys besides Nick Seen, like we talked about yesterday, that came up and made big plays. Rayron Womble getting a charge, Albert Harris making threes. How fun is that for you as a coach to see your guys, again, evolve to the point where they can make these plays?
You know, we talked about toughness yesterday, and you know, guys stepping up. And you know, I look at Joe come off the bench. You know, and you know, I've told you guys earlier. You know, we got two post players that really I consider starters, and we just kind of ride the hot hand. And Joe was probably giving up. I'm guessing Joe is maybe 155 pounds soaking wet. You know, that dude he's guarding is a good 240, and he's a man. And Joe played tough. And, you know, Al came in and does what Al does. You know, he made shots. And Ray, you know, Will Dixon, you know, coming in for Ray. And again, holding his own with you know, the Mr. Basketball. So, yeah, and that's what you got to have, Jesse, down here. You got to have multiple characters, and we brought a lot of different guys to the table tonight.
Talk about Justin's ability to make free throws there in the final minute to kind of keep them at bay and keep that buffer around 4 points.
I told Justin yesterday, we're not here without Justin. I mean, we're not. We ain't here because of Nick Steen. We ain't here because of Ray. We're here because of Justin, because he's got the ball. And Justin has been solid. Man, he has been so solid. Taking care of the ball, you know, again, free throws, you know, I trust him, and he's made good decisions. And you know, you've got to have a solid point guard down here. So, yeah, proud of Justin. You know, Justin was a wing. Justin became a starting point guard mid-January when I felt like we had to make a move, and I gave him the ball, and he's grown so much. So yeah, proud of Justin. You know, he's come a long way, and again, we're here because of what he did.
Nick, do you guys take any pride in the fact that kind of Coach was talking about a second ago? You know, like Upperman really relies on and has a major, you know, a star in Ty Cobb. You guys didn't have anybody in double figures till the final seconds, I don't believe. How much pride do you guys take in that this is like a truly, you know, this is a big team effort for you?
We take a lot in it, you know, like Coach said, it's not just the Nick Steen show. You know, I couldn't get none to fall, and it's good because people like Albie, you know, they stepped up, put some points on the board for us.
What were the emotions like? It's a long last possession for you guys to guard. 2 threes go up, even a little 2 there at the end. What were the emotions like after that Cornwood final?
Really, it's just a sour relief. You know, Ty hit a big one from really far. There, I think, possession before, you know, so I feel like just seeing the ball go up, thinking if it's going in or not in that last second on both of them. You know, we didn't do our job at boxing out. We got to get better at that. But, you know, just a sour relief that we held on.
When you see the ball go up in that situation, does time slow down?
Yeah, breathtaking. Sure. No breath.
Jody, the start for y'all was fantastic. I think y'all held Ty Cobb scoreless for about the first 6 minutes. Y'all are about 10 points. Just how important was that for y'all in terms of sense of belief today and execution?
Yeah, you know, we knew what we were going up against, and you know, they're number one for a reason, very deserving of their stature, and but I felt like we could play with them. Felt like our defense could give us an opportunity, and it was good the first 6 minutes. We got a little tired, and then, you know, the second quarter we hacked and slapped and grabbed, and you know, just let them shoot free throws the second quarter. You know, they got back in the ball game. We did a better job the second half. You know, we kept them off the foul line a little bit more and made some tough shots. But yeah, I think anytime you get a start in a game like that, you know, that's huge for you.
He came out, I think, about 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. What goes into that decision as a head coach I know he had 2 fouls and you're trying to protect him, but that kind of went on their run there during that time.
You know, my philosophy's always been, you know, if you've got a guy with 2, now everything changes, you know. Now had we My mindset was, are we still going to be in striking distance? You can't let a guy sit over there with 2 fouls and you're down by 15. You can't do that. So, my mindset was going to be, again, we had he had two fouls, we had Justin with 2 fouls. So the mindset was, if we're tied, down 2, down 3, we're okay. We're okay. I just didn't. It couldn't get to the point where we let them, run away and hide, and it didn't happen. So there's naturally going to be a dip when a guy like Nick is on the bench from a defense standpoint, rebounding standpoint, and again calmness. He brings. He's been in these games before, so that was big that we were able to weather the storm, so to speak, with him over there with me.
Back in the state final again, I think 3rd time in 4 years, 12th time overall. You've been in this position before, maybe going to face Alcoa in the final, we'll see, but just kind of your message to the guys going forward and how y'all prepare for tomorrow.
I think again, you got to just, we talk about staying in the present, and one thing that I think this will be the 11th time I've coached in this game, and you can't let the implications, you can't start thinking about the implications. We win this game, we win the state. You can't do that. It's just, again, focus on winning the game. Again, regardless of Alcoa, Tullahoma, we're going to have our hands full. We're playing with house money right now. We came down here with of our 12 guys, 4 sophomores and 3 freshmen, and playing 4 sophomores and a freshman in a 9-man rotation right now. So, we're playing with house money, and our message today was, man, just go play loose, go be Fulton, and that was our goal today. Just be Fulton. If you're going to be Fulton, you'll be good enough.
Do you like managing like a 9-man rotation, or would you rather have like 6 guys, 6 or 7 that are a little more high volume?
Tyler, we've done it. We won the state here in 2016. We played 11 guys. When we won it in 09, we played 6 guys. So we've done a little bit of everything. And again, it's you manage what you have. You do with it's nice to have some depth because you can get in foul trouble, you get in different situations. But again, it all depends on, are those guys able to come in and do what they need to do. So I think every coach would say, man, I'd love to have 9 or 10 guys where I can just, I can come at you in waves, but that's not always the case. But again, you look at our bench tonight. Albie came off the bench, hit some big buckets for us. Again, Will Dixon came off, was huge for us. Karis Cox, Joe Harrison. Our bench was big for us tonight.
Coach, you talk about
The Film Room is presented by SmartBank. Play smart, bank smart. SmartBank. For more information, visit smartbank.com.